Hello everyone, welcome to WinetrippingTV's video vocabulary of wine. Every day we stay loyal to our vow, that is video vocabulary of wine. And today I am joined by Justin Hunnicutt Stevens of Hunnicutt Winery out of St. Helena, California. And they are a family-owned and operated winery that was founded in 2002. Justin is the co-owner and managing partner. And they focus on Zinfandel, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Chardonnay. So welcome, Justin. How are you?
Great. Thank you very much.
Good to have you. And I understand you're going to sponsor one of our video vocabulary words today.
Absolutely. Fermentation.
Fermentation. Fantastic. Okay, let's have it.
Well, there are two types of fermentation. Fermentation is what makes wine wine. The most important fermentation, which actually converts sugar to alcohol, is a primary fermentation, which is also known as alcoholic fermentation. And that's undergone by yeast. So yeast effectively converts the sugar to alcohol, which makes wine wine. The secondary fermentation, which is found in pretty much every red wine produced in the United States and throughout the world, with the exception of Nouveau Beaujolais, is malolactic fermentation. And that's undergone by bacteria, by malic bacteria. And that converts malic acid to lactic acid. With the easiest way to think about malolactic fermentation is if you think of a Granny Smith apple, that really sharp, crisp acidity, that really bright, refreshing acid, that's malic acid. And think of lactose as lactic acid. So what malolactic fermentation does is it converts the malic bacteria, or the malic acid, which is that crisper acid, to a softer, richer, rounder lactic acid. So you'll see in most Sauvignon Blancs don't go through malolactic fermentation, which is what lends that brightness to and refreshingness to Sauvignon Blanc. Whereas you'll see a lot of Chardonnay producers allow the wine to go through that secondary fermentation to some extent, and that just gives the wine a little more body, a little more viscosity, a little more weight and roundness. And you'll hear terms, or you'll hear people refer to 25% ml or 30% ml, ml being another term for malolactic fermentation. And really, when they're using that percentage, it's not allowing 30% of a whole lot to go through. It's allowing 30% of, say, the barrels to go through. So if you had 10 barrels, 3 of them would go 100% through ml, the other 7 would go 0% ml, and then you put that blend together. But fermentation is really what makes wine wine. Otherwise, you'd be drinking grape juice.
Fantastic, and that's what makes us all so passionate. I think it's a key component.
Absolutely.
Great. Now that we've covered our video vocabulary of wine and we've been loyal to our vow, let's talk a little bit about Hunnicutt Winery. Tell me, what's the big exciting thing happening right now?
Well, we've been around, as Dan mentioned, since 2002, and never really thought I'd have an opportunity to find a piece of property in Napa that we believe pencils out on which we could build a winery. And as luck would have it, in March 2nd of 2008, we found a piece of property that had a lot of challenges, which made the price a little more appropriate for someone who's actually trying to run this as a business. And so it took 2 years, one day less than 2 years, to get our permit and at least begin in earnest the construction portion. So it's a beautiful piece of property with no vineyard potential, which is also what made it financially viable for us, because it eliminated a large set of lifestyle wine producers. But it's a gorgeous property in northeast St. Helena on Stillwater Trail. I guess the best landmark would be it's right across from Rombauer, which is certainly a brand that people have heard of. But it's beautiful. It actually feels like you're in Tahoe, a bunch of beautiful fir trees and manzanitas, and we're building a winery that'll be for our Hunnicutt brand, our famous other brand, which is D.R. Stevens Estate, and then of course we'll have a substantial custom crush component. It's substantial, not by our size, and then Hunnicutt produces about 1,800 cases, so we'll have about 6,000 cases of production that is outside of the Stevens family. And so we're building in fact, behind me to my left, which is, I don't think, hopefully the viewers will be able to see it, but there's the plans for our cave, and so we'll have, again, a large custom crush component, and really we're building, it's not going to be anything lavish, it's just going to be the property is going to speak for itself. It's just a beautiful property, but we're building this for functionality and for the long term. So it's pretty exciting project. We should be finished June 1st of next year, or certainly harvest of next year. We absolutely have to be in there, but June 1st is what looks like the completion date.
We've put your website up on the video, so everybody can see your website. And I strongly recommend everybody, follow what's happening with the caves, see what's going on, and really quickly, can you tell everyone where they might be able to find your wines?
Yeah, the best way, our production is quite small, and the best way to find us is through the website, or give us a call anytime, of course, at 707-963-2908, or you can email us, me, Justin at Hunnicutt Wines, or Jennifer at Hunnicutt Wines, which is 2 N's, HUNNICUTT wines.com. But yeah, we're very accessible. We're a small operation, so when you call, it's pretty easy to get a hold of me or Jen or my wife Shauna. So, but we'd love to hear from you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us and for sponsoring our video vocabulary of wine. And we look forward to having you on again, not only to talk about the progress of the cave, but also, we could talk about the Cut brand that you're working on.
That would be great.
We'll leave the Cut brand as so people have to come back and watch.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining me, and everyone, go check out the website and buy your wines directly from the website. Take care.
Thank you very much.